Help, Heather. I just found out I'm pregnant. What do I do? So I've had noticed several of our beautiful Half Size Me community members recently conceiving. And the issue seems to be that while we understand weight gain to a certain degree is part of the process, not maybe wanting an excessive amount of weight gain or wanting to make sure that we don't lose sight of our healthy goals and habits. And I'm here to tell you it can totally be that way. I've seen many women keep their weight gain minimal, keep their healthy habits. Then when they have their baby and they are fully functioning, getting rest, not pushing it, they get back to what they consider to be kind of their pre-pregnancy weight. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you a few things I did, first pregnancy versus second, third. And I'm going to give you some information to hopefully help. So the first thing is, with my first pregnancy, I kind of bought in to all of the pregnant women, kind of have all these cravings and they eat all this stuff. And so I did. And guess what? I also stopped moving my body. And guess what happened? I gained between 50 and 60 pounds. With my second and third pregnancy, I had already been working on my weight loss journey, and my goal was just to minimize weight gain. It wasn't to not gain weight. It was just not to go crazy. Now, at this point, I still wasn't really even counting calories. I was still just working on making healthy habits. So what I did was, this is way back in the day, I was focusing on the Weight Watchers Core Plan food list. And what I did was I made the majority of my meals from those foods. I didn't count anything, I didn't track anything, I just ate those foods. And just to let you know, it's very similar to the Simply Filling plan they have now. It's eating mostly unprocessed foods, things of that nature. And guess what? The other thing I did, I kept up with my walking. I didn't stop walking when I was pregnant. I just kept moving as much as I could. And that's going to ebb and flow through your pregnancy. So the very first thing I can tell you that I hope will put peace in your mind is your body is working like a dog to build a human being. So you need to let yourself get more rest than usual, expect less energy than usual, and give yourself permission to do that rest. Don't feel like you should be out there crushing it. I would also encourage you, and I've heard many professionals say this, do not take on new exercise during pregnancy. Things you're already really good and consistent with, continue with. Lay off as you fatigue or feel like your form might be slipping. But it's not a time to start doing new exercise. So if right now you're not doing weight training, being pregnant and starting to weight train would not be a good idea. But most people can handle walking. So even if you're not walking, you could be doing a gentle stroll, going around your block, things of that nature. It's going to help, generally speaking, with a lot of other issues that are going to occur, but it is quite helpful. Yoga is great. They have yoga for pregnancy. There's so many good things you can do. And talk to your doctor first and foremost. Tell them what exercise you're doing and get his thumbs up on you continuing with it. But again, not a time to introduce new exercise, continuing with things you're already good with. Secondly, the food. Okay, so I'm going to actually link right below this video to a website called eatwell.org. It's put together by dietitians. The recommendation is staying at maintenance calories during the first trimester, increasing to 300 calories the second trimester, and approximately 500 calories the third trimester. So if you are ahead of the game, you're already tracking calories, you could continue that process. And if you kind of borrowed the idea from what I just shared with you at the beginning of this video of eating mostly whole unprocessed foods, you're probably going to feel really good. I know a lot of times in pregnancy, women are can have a very hit and miss relationship with protein. So you don't have to feel like you've got to crush your protein goals necessarily, but definitely just eating those whole foods is going to be much more helpful as far as satiety, energy, water, all of that good stuff. But again, I've got to stress this. You will not have the same energy level you do right now. Do not beat yourself up for it. When you think you're doing quote unquote nothing and you're laying around, your body is doing something. And I had a really hard time with that in pregnancy because it was one of those, I really mentally wanted to do all the things I had always done. but really physically didn't have the energy to do it. So you taking more naps, getting more rest, number one goal. Number two goal, hydration, making sure that you're eating sufficiently for where you are in your pregnancy. And then thirdly, get activity where you can and when you can. Don't kill yourself. If you try and do a 30-minute walk every day and you're sick as a dog with morning sickness or you're not feeling it, don't push it. That day, maybe do some gentle yoga stretches if you can. Remember, your body is working, even if you don't see it. You have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.